A very good morning to one and all present here. I extend a warm welcome to each one of you, esteemed guests, international experts, lead speakers, researchers, scientists, faculty, undergraduate and postgraduate students, and other conference participants to the inaugural function of the 3-day International Conference of Indian Society for Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization on recent trends and future perspectives to improve the performance, health and welfare of small ruminants under changing climatic scenario, organized by Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Veterinary Education and Research, Puducherry. We at River warmly welcome you all to this prestigious institute in the beautiful city of Puducherry. This conference aims to bring to light various aspects associated with small ruminant production, thereby sparking thoughtful discussions and stimulating new ideas. We are fortunate to have with us today some distinguished speakers who are noted figures in their respective fields. Each one of them brings invaluable expertise and insights that will indeed make our exploration of the conference theme a fruitful and enriching experience. We shall commence by lighting the lamp, symbolizing life, happiness, prosperity, and knowledge. I invite our esteemed guests on the dais to do the honors. Before we begin this auspicious occasion, I request everyone to kindly stand for the Tamil Tharvarthu. I now request the Organizing Secretary, Dr. H.K. Mukhopadhyay, Professor and Head, Veterinary Microbiology River, to deliver the welcome address.
A warm good morning to everyone present here. Respected dignitaries and luminaries of veterinary profession on and off the dais, the delegates who have come from all across India, the family members, students, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very proud and privileged to deliver the welcome address for the inauguration of the 3-day international conference of Indian Society for Sheep, Goat and Goat Production and Utilization, with a theme on recent trends and future perspective to improve the performance, health and welfare of small ruminants under changing climate scenario at our prestigious and beautiful campus. Livestock sector, as you know, has emerged as a major contributor to the total GDP of the agricultural sector, and rearing of small ruminants, as you are well aware, plays a very significant role in the rural economy of the world in general and India in particular. But the changing and the challenging climatic conditions now questions the very sustainability of the global livestock health and production. Therefore, we all feel that the theme of this conference has been aptly aimed to highlight the innovative and cutting-edge technologies and strategies to improve and augment the production, health and welfare of small ruminants. First and the foremost, I would like to extend a very hearty welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, Deputy Director General Animal Science, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, New Delhi, who has readily accepted our invitation to grace this occasion in spite of his very busy schedule. I, on behalf of River family and my own behalf, extend a hearty welcome, sir. Now I would like to extend a hearty welcome to our Secretary, Mr. M. Rajiv, IAS, who was a Secretary of Department of Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare, Government of Puducherry, and who happens to be the chairman of our society, who was supposed to be here, but because of his busy preoccupation, he could not come. He has sent his greetings and wishes through our dean to the very success of this conference. So I also welcome him. Now it is my proud privilege to welcome the President ISSGPU, Dr. Arun Kumar Tomar, Director IECR CSWRI Bikaner, who has come all the way from Rajasthan to attend and grace this occasion. I welcome you, sir. I also extend my hearty welcome to the Vice President of ISSGPU, Dr. Manish Kumar Chatli, Director, ISSGPUCON Makdum, Uttar Pradesh, to attend and grace this conference. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome the Secretary, Dr. Gopal Das, Principal Scientist, ISSGPUCON, who has travelled all the way from Mathura to come and grace this occasion and run the society activities in this conference. A hearty welcome to our beloved Dean, Dr. V. Shajian, the convener for this conference, who has been instrumental in arranging and bringing this international conference at River and has enthusiastically guided and supported in organizing this conference in a very befitting manner. My hearty welcome to all the distinguished scientists from abroad, Professor Frank Dancia of University of Melbourne, Australia, Professor John Gogan, the University of Queensland, Australia, Professor Anastasio, of University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, Spain, Dr. Naomi Castro, University of Las Palmas de Granada, Spain, and also she is the President of International Boat Association, Dr. Christy Dijikamo, University of Melbourne, Australia, Dr. Surinder Singh Chauhan, the University of Melbourne, Australia, and also Professor Kathy Doya, the University of Edinburgh, who will be delivering an address online. I also welcome Dr. A.K. Sahu, Director ICAR NRCC, Bikaner, and Dr. R.P. Singh, Director ICAR NIFMD, who will be coming tomorrow to deliver his lead paper. All other distinguished lead speakers, eminent scientists, faculty, students, all the delegates coming from the nook and corner of this country for attending this conference and for sharing their valuable knowledge and expertise. I also cordially welcome the other office bearers of the association, ISSGPU, and the organizing committee member for helping us in arranging this conference in every stage and also for gracing this occasion. I also welcome the Director, Madam Lata Mangeshkar, and the Joint Director, Dr. Kumaresan, Department of Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare, Government of Puducherry, for their gracious presence. I also would like to extend a warm welcome to all the HODs, faculty members, non-teaching staff of River for their wholehearted support and cooperation for organizing this function. I extend my cordial welcome to all the sponsors of ISSGPU conference for their gracious support. I hope in the last that the 3 days of these intense deliberations and brainstorming sessions, which you are expecting, will bring out some solid and implementable recommendations for sustainable small ruminant production in the changing climate scenario, so that we can suggest some good recommendations to the policymakers for changing these situations. I once again extend a very warm welcome to one and all in this beautiful and peaceful city of Puducherry. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to honoring our esteemed guests on the days, I request our beloved Dean, Dr. V. Shajian, to kindly felicitate and honor our chief guest for the day, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, Deputy Director General, Animal Science, ICAR. River also takes pride in congratulating you, sir, as you have joined as the Deputy Director General of ICAR. I request our Dean, sir, to kindly felicitate and welcome Dr. Arun Kumar Tomar, President, ISSGPU, and Director of ICAR, Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Avikanagar. I request our Dean, sir, to kindly felicitate and welcome Dr. Manish Kumar Chatli, Vice President of ISSGPU and Director of ICR, Central Institute for Research on Boats. request our Dean Sir to felicitate and honor Dr. Gopal Das, Secretary of ISSGPU and the Principal Scientist at Central Institute for Research on Goats. I now request our Organizing Secretary, Dr. H.K. Mukhopadhyay Sir, to felicitate and honor our Dean, Dr. V. Sayan. We would also like to felicitate our event sponsor, the gold sponsor for this conference, Bank of Baroda. I request our Dean to honor and welcome the branch manager of Bank of Baroda, Mr. Shivaranu. I now request our respected Dean, the man of distinct vision with a plan to succeed every milestone forever, Dr. V. Sayan, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Rajiv. Very good morning to all of you. Esteemed Bhatta Sir, Honorable Deputy Director General Animal Sciences, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Honorable Director CSWRI Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Arun Kumar Pamar Sir, and Honorable Director Central Institute for Research on Goat, Chatli Sir, and the Society ISSGPU, Indian Society for Study of Goat Production and Utilization Secretary Gopal Das Sir, and the Organizing Secretary of this conference, Mukhopadhyay Sir, all the distinguished guests from foreign universities, John, Frank, Nomi, Taco, Christy, and my dear friend, the newly elevated Deputy Director of India, Melbourne Collaborative PG Academics, Professor Surinder Singh Chauhan, and all the esteemed guests from outside, Sahu Sir, my guru at CSWRI when I was working there, the director now currently NRC and IPAC, and also all other distinguished faculties from other part of the country, and all the head of the department who have been spearheading with me for last 6 months or so to toil hard to get this day into reality. All the respected scientific fraternity and also my non-teaching staff here who have done a toiling hard work to get all us to this position now to organize this conference in a nice manner. Very good morning to all of you and welcome to Puducherry. I hope that you all had a very safe trip and then settle down in your hotel. It's our responsibility for next 3 days to take care of all of you, and we are here to for each and every need of you. Please contact our help desk, whatever you wanted. That would be fantastic. Well, coming to the conference, what is about the sheep and goat? What is the significance currently about the sheep and goat? Is the need of our to think, because all the stalwarts who are the policymakers now on the dais and of the dais also, and also there are a lot of budding researchers. They should know what is the importance of sheep and goat, why this conference has come into existence at River. It's very important for all of us to realize that the importance of sheep and goat. Well, the FAO projects that around 300 million peoples, poor and marginal farmers, are being supported by the livelihood through the activities of rearing small ruminants, particularly sheep and goat. In particular, if I have to say, it is goat. Now it is an upcoming species. So this is a quite interesting data because it is a very important livelihood for the global farmers. So it's important what is the role of a veterinarian. Now we see the World Health Organization projects like the world global population is going to hit 9.6 billion by 2050. And we are running short of resources already, and what is the source for feeding this global human population by 2050 is the need of our for all of us to think. The veterinarian plays a crucial role in realizing this dream of ensuring food security by 2050. And there are a lot of modeling approaches which clearly projects now that with the 23% dry fodder reduction already, and then around 30 to the tune of 37% green fodder reductions due to the urbanization and the industrial revolution, we are running short of fodder resources for feeding the large ruminants. So the modeling approaches, especially for the East Africa and the whole world also, there are a couple of papers last couple of years, 1 to 2 years. Even our own team headed by Bhatta sir, we have done a lot of reviews on this, and then we are projecting to the world like by 2050 and above, it is going to be only the goat that is going to survive if it is business as usual. Because if the world is not joining hand together on a collaborative mode and trying to find a solution, because it's going to be very difficult to rear the large ruminant population due to the owing reason of like we are getting short already. In next 30 years, it is going to be further reduction in the fodder production. It's going to be very extremely difficult. So we need to find an alternative sources to feed the growing ruminant population. In that aspect, I can say last 2 decades, my research finding on the goat in particular, it's going to be the go-to-go species for ensuring animal protein for the growing human population of 9.6 billion by 2050. So this is the fact that we need to realize, and I am sure like the International Goat Association president is there. I know the association what is doing currently globally promoting this as the sole thing. And in fact, you can see that a lot of research institutes are coming up exclusively on goat. Even Indian Council of Agriculture Research are coming about with a lot of plans. I'm sure the animal sciences will be addressing us what are the plans the council is having currently to promote the goat research. There is a specialized research on goat also is there, and also you should understand that goat is the ideal climate resilient animal. If you see the single stand apart factor today which negatively influences the livestock production is the climate change. Every one of you sitting in this hall will agree to this fact. So it's important to understand that how we are going to cope up this livestock population in the changing climate scenario is the question to be answered by each and every one of us sitting over here. So in that way, if you see, India holds the largest livestock population in the world, and our major chunk of economy comes from agriculture sector, particularly from the livestock. So it's important that as a veterinarian, we need to play a crucial role and give the baton to the juniors, the followers, the next generation researchers should know the researchable priority. With that intention, we are extremely thankful to the President of the Indian Society for Study of Goat Production and Utilization, as well as the Vice President, for giving us this opportunity to host this annual national conference of their society at River as the venue. So we have readily grabbed the opportunity. We are extremely thankful. I wanted to place it on record, our sincere thanks for offering that to us to host this as a national conference, but then I promised them that it has to be an international conference. Well, as far as the speakers are concerned, means it's always important to have some best of the best researchers. I must say in this hall, there are around 9 top 2% scientists sitting over here to deliberate to all of you. So needless to say the importance of this conference then. So these are the stalwarts who have worked for 3 decades and 4 decades. In fact, our Honorable Director General also 3 decades he has served on sheep and goat exclusively. So it's important that to listen to them, and their visionary guidance is the need of the hour for all youngsters, and then especially the students fraternity, because there are a lot of encouraging abstracts from the students are also there. So that is how this conference came into existence. So like we have approached a couple of international speakers and they have readily agreed. I must say I wanted to give them a big round of applause for all the 6 international speakers. In the sense like they have come on their own, because the organization or the society did not pay them any, because they come on their own. That shows their commitment for science, because that is the way these experts are being chosen to come and they share their knowledge and wisdom with all of us, and they have traveled on their own. So that signifies the importance of this conference, because they all have an expertise working on sheep and goat for a relatively longer period of time. So this is what an appreciation that we should place on record. So I must thank Tomar sir, because such a down-to-earth personality, Director ISSGPUCON, he has given me a free hand. He just told that we have just chosen you to deliver to us, and we know what you are capable of. I hope I live up to his expectation today standing here, because you need that type of encouragement, because he has not interfered. In fact, the Vice President also has given a free run to me to choose the lead speakers. You know how the lead speakers were chosen? The lead speakers were chosen a blend of experienced people with a bunch of youngsters who are working path-breaking research. That's how the lead speakers have been chosen. The H-index has been kept as a criteria for choosing, because in many conferences we always go to the seniors, so that's fine. But then the experience plus the path-breaking omics technology approach related research also is the need of ours. So we thought the lead speaker should be a blend of experience plus youth. So that is how we are going to witness for next 3 days in various sessions. So when the theme was selected, we thought this should be the type of audience, what exactly recent trends and the future projections. So this is very important, what is the current scenario that the senior pros will speak, and the future scenarios, the lot of youngsters who are working on the omics technology and what its application in next 1 or 2 decades will be enjoying the fruit of what today they are all doing. So we thought of blending that to find a solution for improving the production, health as well as the animal welfare, especially the small ruminants under the changing climate scenario. That is the conference theme. Well, coming to the sub-theme, there are a lot of sub-themes we had, right from the climate resilient small ruminant production, and then how to scientifically feed advanced feeding technologies available to improve the production efficiency, and also how to improve the reproduction efficiency of the small ruminants, and how are the advanced diagnostic facilities that are available to diagnose the emerging and new emerging diseases. And also we wanted to study the applications of omics technologies and also the ethno-veterinary practices that need to be implemented. This is the current need, and we are taking a lot of initiative in this institute particularly, and also how to improve the value addition of the livestock products. And also we wanted to study the animal welfare, that is more important, and also the socio-economic significance of the small ruminant rearing. And also additionally we have included one that scientists, teachers and the farmers interaction meet. That is the last subsection, so that we are going to have, because that we also wanted to tell that we are with this ultimate target stakeholder of the farmers. We wanted to go to them, so we are choosing as progressive farmers. We wanted to educate through this expertise available over here, and that is how the conference came into existence. We are extremely delighted to have all of you here, and we are hoping that in next 3 days that you will have the best of the best scientific session. And above all, it is a networking. So I urge all the youngsters, especially the students, to take a note of this and then keep developing your networking globally. And then let us all work together, because it is not that easy to feed the growing human population of 9.6 billion expected by 2050 unless until we work on a collaborative mode. It's important that we need to realize this role of each and every one of us, and we must culminate, join together and go for a multidisciplinary approach and multi-institutional approach related research project, which will take us through to realize the dream of feeding this growing human population by 2050. With these few words, I once again welcome all of you to this prestigious institute, and also I wish you all a safe stay here, and then you'll have a very great hospitality from our team. I promise you that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Dr. Manish Kumar Shatli, the Vice President of ISSGPU and the Director of the prestigious ICR Central Institute for Research on Goats, CIRG Magdum, known for his illustrious academic journey and remarkable contributions to the field of livestock products and technology. I now request Dr. Manish Kumar Shatli to felicitate the function.
Thank you very much. Very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Vanakkam. Radhe Radhe. I am coming from the land of Lord Krishna and bringing the blessings of the Krishna Radharani for the success of this conference. Dr. Ravinder Bhatta, Deputy Director General, Animal Sciences, Chief Guest of the day occasion. He is a man with a broad smile and with a logical solutions to all the problems. He is always having a helping attitude to everyone. Dr. Tomar, as already told, he is a director of CSWRI and a man of farmers, and always being concerned about the farmers' welfare and everything. Dr. Sayed, the Dean of the Veterinary College, who has organized this whole function and in which the galaxy of the scientists from all over abroad are being present. So it's being really a round of applause for me. Dr. Mukhopadhyay, the organizing secretary of this conference, his dedication and tireless efforts, he's been taking personal care of everyone. He called me also twice, so it's been really thankful for sir for your care. General Secretary of the conference, rather ISSGPU, that's basically Dr. Gopal Das, and he's also being instrumental for the organization of this conference, for managing everything, managing so many things related with the selection of the lead speakers and others. Then my dear colleagues, especially Dr. Sahu, he is a director NRC Camel, and the dignitaries coming from all over the globe, and my friend Dr. Surinder Chauhan, he is being known to me from the last 20 years, and the team CIRG. Kudos to the team CIRG. All the delegates from throughout the India as well as from the abroad, and the students, faculty members of Puducherry Veterinary College. So it's in a very real occasion in which the Indian Society for Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization is being organizing the international conference on the theme that's been the recent trends and the future perspectives to improve the performance, health and welfare of small ruminants under changing climatic scenario. It's really a hot topic nowadays. The goat, as already told, it's being considered as an adaptive, and India is being a land of small ruminants. We have around 225 million small ruminants, including 150 million goats are being there. And this 225 million forms around 40% of the total livestock population of India. So it's being related with almost 50 million farmers. Out of these 50 million farmers, almost 95% are the small or the marginal or the landless farmers. For them, this is a livelihood, and it provides the nutritional security. With this, it's been contributing a lot to the economy. The small ruminants are being contributing more than 200,000 crore rupees to the Indian economy. It forms around almost 14% of the total livestock economy. So it's a huge contribution. So, above and all, we have a lot of biodiversity over there. We have around 45 breeds of the sheep and 39 breeds of the goat, which is being extending from the Leh region to the Kanyakumari and extending from the Kutch region to the Arunachal Pradesh, all the parts of the India, and naturally which has different climatic zones, different temperature range are being there. So these animals can survive a temperature range of -40 to +45 or 50 degrees centigrade, which gives a huge scope for the scientists to learn about the different candidate genes which are being available in these, which are being giving them the heat stress, resistance to the heat stress and others. So we have to look into all those factors, and we have to work it, because the small ruminants, they are the beacon of hope for the farmers due to their superior ability to withstand water and feed scarcity, heat stress and adaptation to the changing environment. Makes them invaluable assets in the journey towards food security. Though, as Dr. Sayan also told, the goat possesses some phenotypic adaptive features that portray them as a hardy with ecological adaptability based on anatomical, morphological and physiological characteristics that confirm resistance to high environment temperature. However, it does not provide immunity to the goats to the heat stress. Still, there is a lot of loss in the productivity, as well as there is a morbidity and the mortality is being higher. So we have to look into that, how these challenges can be met by improving the nutrition aspect, or giving the attention to the welfare aspect, the housing aspects, their health aspects, in the how it should be, the selection should be made out as the heat stress is being increasing. As already been mentioned, that the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change (IPCC) has predicted that there will be rise in the temperature of our around 1.8 degree to 4 degrees centigrade from the pre-industrialization era to around 2100. So 2100. So you can imagine how the temperature is being changing. And still by 2024, it is being mentioned that the temperature increase is being around 1 degree centigrade is already being there, and it's being increasing by the time of 0.001 at every year. So we have to look into it. That how we can pay the attention to the welfare of the animal livestock under these harsh climatic vagaries which are being associated with the climate change. However, amidst these, amongst these challenges, there is a lot of opportunities are also being there to foster species and breeds that can thrive the adverse conditions. And this is emphasis is being required for the genetic selection, how the selection should be made out by identifying the genetic biomarkers which are being thermotolerant in goats like HSP70, so for the growth also GnRH and GH, and immunity for TLR 2, 8, 10. We can how these should be used for the selection process. So during this conference, we delve into the theme of climate change and the stress and the other challenges which are being coming up with this in the small ruminants particular, but in overall with the livestock economy and others also. So during this process, we can augment the performance of the small ruminants, their health, welfare, and we can secure the livelihood of the farmer, but also bolster food security in the face of climate uncertainty. So I urge all the participants, the intellect minds which are being present in this hall, they should actively engage in the deliberations of this conference and share your expertise and collaborate towards the actionable solutions. Together, let us pave the way for a more resilient and sustainable future for small ruminant production. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. I am pleased to welcome Dr. Arun Kumar Tomar, the President of ISSGPU, Director of ICR Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Nagar. I request you to felicitate the function, sir.
Ram Ramji, genius presence on the dais, off the dais, a very good morning. On behalf of Indian Society of Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization, and on behalf of Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Nagar, and on my personal behalf, I feel honored to say happy, healthy, and hearty welcome to you all on the opening session of this international seminar at this beautiful campus of river. Earlier, I was thinking that river is a edge or bank of canal, but I told that Puducherry is the edge of sea. But after getting Dr. Sajian invitation, I came to know that river is Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Veterinary Education and Research. So, friend, today is a great day for we all that we have with us world-renowned scientists, very good administrator, scientist, would-be scientist in the form of students, all dear participants. So today I feel privileged or feel proud to welcome our chief guest, a very cooperative and positive, innovative and dynamic, a scientist of high caliber and having smile on his face always, Honorable Deputy Director General ICR Animal Science, most respected Dr. R. Bhattaji. Sir, your gracious presence and word of wisdom will be vital for us. Your inputs and guidance will give a new direction for the growth of this small ruminant sector. Friends, as you know that our chief guest, Dr. Bhattaji, is having a long, close relationship with sheep, with CSWRI, and with ISSGPUCON. Hence, he is the most appropriate chief guest of the occasion to guide us. Sir, we welcome you. And thanks for your prestigious time and accepting our invitation to gracing this occasion. I extend my regards and sincere welcome to my director colleague, Dr. Chetli Sir, Director CIRG Makhdoom, Vice President ISSGPU, and Dr. A. Sahu, Director Camel Research Institute, who is also well associated with sheep and ISSGPU. I want to say thanks for sparing and sharing your valuable time. I extend hearty welcome and regards to all August gathering present over here. A special regards and welcome to foreign delegates along with our friend Dr. Chwansa, my friend Dr. Purushottam, Dr. Narula, Dr. Thiru Murugan, Thiru Venkadan, and so many. I extend and convey my sincere thanks to Dean River, Dr. V. Sejan, my old CSWRI colleague, for accepting the organization of this international ISSGPU seminar at this college campus. Same way to the organizing secretary at Animal Generation Building, Dr. Mukupal. First of all, I would like to thank the team River, team Puducherry for organizing this seminar at this beautiful campus and bringing all great efforts, all the national and international resource persons at this common place to share their doable and achievable innovative ideas. Guests and friends, we all scientists and students present over here working for the sheep, goat development, and we serve as the upliftment of farmers. We have about 75 million sheep with 45 sheep breeds, and we have about 148 million goat with 39 breeds. As you know that our animals are the best animals in the universe under our rearing condition, that is zero input system. Most of the time they are low fat or empty belly producer, or sometimes negative energy fed system, but they are the best converter of waste. Generally, in our country, large animals like cow and buffaloes are being reared by resource-rich farmers, whereas our sheep and goat, they are being maintained by poor, marginal, landless farmers and weaker section of the society. But these sheep and goats provide food and nutritional security to these resource-poor farmers for their wealth. So we all are working here, really needy farmers and contributing in the poverty alleviation. I consider my sheep and goat animal as 5-star animals. 5-star, you know, usually we name it for facility, but these two animals are really 5-star animals for our society because of they are providing 5 valuable inputs to our society. Like they produce milk, meat, wool, skin and manure. Friends, sheep and goat rearing needs less investment, suitable for a low input system and adapted to adverse climatic conditions. As my friend Dr. Chetli told here that sheep and goats you can see from -50 to +50 degrees centigrade. And even in India, you can never see a village without sheep or goat. So I also call these animals, or they work for the poor society like a ATM and works as insurance during crop failure for many regions. Farmers' suicidal incidents due to crop failure or any natural calamities are very rare from those parts of the country where farmers adopt sheep and goat farming side by side their other traditional agriculture practices. Feeding the ever-growing human population is the biggest challenge nowadays. But these animals, these small ruminants can play a big role to meet out the protein requirement of this population. There is a need to develop commercially viable modules for region-specific purpose. Our goal is to improve per animal productivity without increasing the sheep population. To achieve this target, the reproductive efficiency of high producing animals needs to be enhanced with all scientific inputs. We have to include more and more farmers' animals in our research program. Sir, I take the opportunity and permission to brief out my institute in front of you all dignitaries at these golden moments. Friends, our institute, that is Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, was established in 1962 at Malpura in Rajasthan. And we have 3 regional stations to develop region-specific technology in our country. We are maintaining and working on about 6,000 sheep of different breeds, 600 Sirohi goats, and about 1,500 rabbits of 6 varieties. ISSGPUCON, since its inception, is engaged in genetic improvement of various indigenous breeds through selective breeding for hair, mutton, and wool production. We have developed new sheep strains like Avikali for carpet wool production, Avivastra and Bharat Merino for fine wool production, Avimas for mutton production, and recently Avishan, that is crowned by our DDG as a Bharat Ki Shan for increased prolification in terms of more lambs per eve. Recently, we have also started work on Patanwadi and Dumba, a very promising animal to develop a commercially viable animals for our commercial entrepreneurs. We have developed PCR-based diagnostic test for detection of wool and meat samples. In generally, every year, more than 4,000 elite animals belongs to sheep, goat, and rabbits. We are providing to the farmers for the genetic improvement of their animals through various government of India schemes. If we say important technology developed in the field of animal nutrition are intensive lamb production for mutton, nutrient requirement for different production stages, complete feed block for scarcity feeding, area specific mineral mixture, milk replacer, that is Memna Pras, for lambs to achieve higher body weight and improve survivability, and also address the low milk production efficiency of Indian sheep. Avibattika for reduced methane production and various economical feed formulations with non-conventional feed resources. To mitigate losses from disease in sheep flock, we have developed a plant flock health calendar which includes timely vaccination, drenching, dipping, and strategic health care, which resulting in a significant reduction in flock mortality. Institute is also conducting research on all aspects of broiler and Angora rabbit production, and we have established more than 500 rabbitry in our country. Different type of value-added meat products like nuggets, soup, sausage, various kind of pickles, avi cookies, we have prepared with our sheep and goat and rabbit meat, and rabbit skin was converted to fur to develop various handicrafts. Presently, as you know that our Indian sheep is producing a coarse kind of wool, we have developed various value-added from this coarse wool like wool-based quilt, biocomposite, wool sapling growth, and flower sticks, and various so on. Major program undertaking in the area of animal physiology and reproduction are ram semen preservation, including cryopreservation, ester synchronization, artificial insemination, embryo transfer technology. Our scientist is credited to report for the first time in the country the birth of lamb following transfer of frozen thought embryo in 1988. When we talk about applied research, the true technology of our institute, namely artificial insemination in sheep, using short-term preserved ram semen and estrus induction and synchronization in sheep, have been successfully demonstrated and transferred in the field very well. That is Avikasi, developed our scientists for histosynchronization in sheep and goat, is utilized throughout the country. Recently, we have prepared and designed and developed we also launched it, AviMail, for transfer of these technology at farmers' door. Now our scientists are working towards developing nutraceuticals and therapeutic strategies to enhance the prolific in sheep. I request the researcher from the prestigious institutions to collaborate with us. Besides all the required laboratory facilities, we have a plenty of animals with us, like sheep, goat and rabbits in our farm, which you can utilize for your research purpose. At the end, Excellency, we are thankful to you for gracing the occasion by sparing your valuable time. I am dead sure that 3 days deliberation, interactions and outcome of this international seminar definitely will be most useful for this small ruminant sector. I hope this seminar a grand success and fruitful. जय जवान, जय किसान, जय विज्ञान, जय अनुसंधान, जय हिंद। सभी को नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. We will now be having the ISSGPU award ceremony. I request the Secretary of ISSGPU, Dr. Gopal Das, to kindly take over.
Thank you. Good morning to all. Honorable Chief Guest of the concern, Dr. Rajiv Bhatta, both the directors from Abhikanagar and CARG, Dr. Arun Kumar Somar and Dr. Manish Kumar Chetli, Dr. Sejian, Dean River, Dr. Mukhopadhyay, Organized Secretary of this function, honorable participants from abroad, my seniors, colleagues and staff of River. Friends, ISSGPU, Indian Society for Sheep and Goat Production and Utilization, is an active society of professionals engaged in research and development of sheep, goat, rabbit production and utilization in the country. The society supports the dissemination of the latest research achievements and developments for enhancing production from small ruminants and rabbits since 1995. This society is regularly publishing each year 2 issues of the journal, the Indian Journal of Small Ruminants. So far, it has organized 43 events, which includes seminars, international seminars, brainstorming, etc. At present, society have 1,316 life members. To recognize the contribution of professionals, society has constituted several awards, namely Lifetime Achievement Award, Fellow Award, Young Scientist Award, Middle Career Scientist Award, and Best Paper Published in the Journal Award. So, friends, today we have some awards to honor our life members who have contributed significantly in the field of small ruminants. First award is Fellow Award. So, first award goes to Dr. R. Rajendran. He is the professor and head at Division of Animal Genetics and Breeding, Tanuvas, Chennai. Dr. Rajendran, I request Chief Guest and all the dignitaries on the dais to honor Dr. Rajendran with certificate, citation and award. Dr. Rajendran was born on 16th May 1970 at Chennai. He commenced his academic journey at the Veterinary College of Research Institute, Namakkal. Next award goes to Dr. Veerasamy Sejian, who is the Dean at River. I request Dr. Sejian to receive his honor, and I request Chief Guest and dignitaries. Dr. Sejian born on 28th October 1973 at Puducherry. He did his PhD degree in 2006 from ISSGPUCON Indian Veterinary Research Institute, ISSGPUCON. He is the Dean at River. Previously, he was Principal Scientist at NINP, Bangalore. And we also have 3 more fellow awards, but unfortunately they have not come due to some personal reasons. The next award is Middle Career Scientist Award. First goes to Dr. Ravindra Kumar. He is the head of Animal Nutrition Division at ICAR Madhu. Please come to the dais to receive your honor. I request Chief Guest and other dignitaries of the dais to honor him. Honor Dr. Ravindra Kumar. Next Middle Career Scientist Award goes to Dr. Sandeep Kasma. Sandeep Kasma, born on 30th June 83 in Hanuman district of Rajasthan. Presently he is Professor at Department of Veterinary and Animal Husbandry. He belongs to Veterinary College, Ramphura Pool, Gadwasu. He has published many research papers in national and international journals. Next award is the best paper published in the journal for year 2022. Goes to Jai Seva Jyoti and her team from College of Veterinary Science PV Narasimha Rao, Telangana, Veterinary University, Rajendra Nagar. I request first author to come to the dais to receive her honor, and I request Chief Guest and other dignitaries to honor her. The next awardee for Best Paper Award is Asina from Sindura. She is from Department of Livestock Products Technology, Tanuvas. I request to her to receive her honor, and I request Chief Guest and other dignitaries. We have won the Young Scientist Award, but that will be given after presentation. Half part is over, half is remaining. So thank you all. This is for all about the award ceremony of ISSGPU. Thank you.
For conducting this award ceremony.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will now be having the release of the compendiums for the conference. I request our chief guest, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatta, Deputy Director General of Division of Animal Science, ICAR, to kindly do the honors of releasing the abstract conference compendium. I also kindly request him to release the lead paper compendium for the conference. I now request our Chief Guest Sir to do the honors of releasing the Somnia for the ISSGPU International Conference 2024. So today we have with us the esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Raghavendra Batra. He is presently the Deputy Director General, Animal Science, ICAR, New Delhi, the first South Indian ever to become the DDG Animal Science Division, ICAR. Earlier, he was the Director of the National Institute of Animal Nutrition and Physiology, Bangalore, from August 2014 to January 2024. A doctorate in veterinary science with specialization in animal nutrition from Veterinary College, Bangalore. He had an excellent academic career, bagging gold medal both in master's and doctorate program. He was a recipient of the prestigious Japan Society for the Promotion of Science postdoctoral fellowship and completed 2 years of postdoctorate research, NILGS, Japan. Dr. Bhatta has also completed postdoctoral training at USDA, Texas in 2011. He started his career from ICAR, Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Rajasthan, as scientist in 1993. In 2003, he joined the ICAR National Institute of Animal Nutrition and Physiology, Bangalore. During his tenure as the director of NINP, he has developed many state-of-the-art infrastructure facilities such as Center for Laboratory Animal Research and Center for Climate Resilient Animal Adaptation Studies. He was also instrumental in getting several international collaborative projects such as Indo-German, Australia, Indian Council Project, Indo-Japan, Indo-French, etc. Dr. Bhatta was the coordinator of the AICRP network project on methane, principal investigator of an Indo-German and ILRI project. He is a distinguished fellow of the National Academy of Agricultural Sciences, the Karnataka Science and Technology Academy, the National Academy of Veterinary Science, the National Academy of Dairy Science, India, and fellow of the ISSGPU. He is a recipient of several research awards, including the prestigious Sir C.V. Raman State Award from the Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology, Government of Karnataka, and Rafi Ahmed Kidwai Award for the Outstanding Research in Agricultural Sciences 2019 by ICAR. He has published more than 150 research papers in journals and presented more than 140 papers in conferences of national and international repute, and has authored 3 books, one in Cambridge University Press and 2 in Springer. He has also guided 3 PhD students. He has about 45 chapters in books and 3 patents to his credit. He is recognized as one of the world's top 2% scientists by the Stanford University Analysis during 2020, 2021, 2022 and 2023. Thank you again, sir, for joining us today. We are honored to have you with us. I now request you to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
Thank you, Dr. Rai. Good morning. Greetings from the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Dr. Arun Kumar Tomar, Director of CSWRI, President of ISSGPU. Dr. Manish Kumar Chatli, Director CRG, Vice President of ISSGPU. Dr. Sejian, my former colleague at NAP and Dean River. Dr. Hirak, my batchmate and classmate during my master's degree at Veterinary College, Bangalore, Organizing Secretary. Dr. Gopal Das, General Secretary, ISSGPU. Invited guests, respected seniors, esteemed colleagues from NANP, CSWRA and CARG, my international friends, Dr. John, Dr. Frank, Dr. Naomi Castro, Dr. Taco, Dr. Christie, and the dynamic ambassador between Melbourne University and India and NANP now with ICAR, Dr. Chauhanji, Dr. A.B. Sahu, the colleague director from NRC family, Dr. Narula at IHR headquarters. Many students, many are there, Dr. Shipa who had worked at NANP and now presently joined here, Dr. Nikhil Tej, and many more. I think I can recognize almost each one of you, representative from press and media, and ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me congratulate ISSGPU for organizing an important conference on recent trends, future perspectives to improve the small ruminant production, especially under the changing climate. And because of all of you know that the general election is happening at one of the biggest democracies of the world in India. So day after tomorrow is the general election at two states. One is at Karnataka, that's what many of my colleagues also could make it, and at Rajasthan. So many of our delegates would have had an opportunity to stay here for a few more days on Puducherry beach. So they missed this opportunity because they have to rush back because many of them have these election duties. But only thing is, I was requesting Dr. Sejian whether it's possible to postpone this for a few days. Because all our international guests have already booked their tickets. Okay, so we thought, this will not be possible because whole thing gets, their program, because generally what happens, they plan their travel almost in the beginning of the year itself. So changing any changes will. So with that, a bit of inconvenience because you have to rush back, I think, at least by tomorrow morning, because so that you'll be able to attend this election duty day after tomorrow. Now, with regard to the conference, many things have been said about the sheep and goat by Dr. Arun Tomar and Dr. Chatterjee. Two important aspects in this particular conference. One is the small ruminant and other is the climate change. As has been mentioned that we almost have around 74 million sheep compared to the last livestock census. As you know, in India we have the quinquennial livestock census. We have once in 5 years. There is a substantial increase in the number of sheep. It's almost about 14%. And as mentioned by Dr. Chetley, we roughly have 150 million goats. Still there's improvement about 10% compared to the last livestock census. But if you see the overall regarding the climate change, the GHG emission, if you look at around, as Dr. Chetley mentioned, they constitute about 40% of the total livestock population. Out of the roughly say 200 million cattle, about 100 million buffaloes, roughly around 500 plus. So 40% of the total population, and our contribution to the GHG emission, total enteric methane emission is around 9 kilograms. And if you see the overall contribution of the small ruminants are very negligible for two reasons. The one thing is goat as it is a browser. Okay, we know them, they will be consuming all these, tree leaves and all that. So any amelioration strategy when you are talking about GHG is nothing but tree leaves. We talk about plant phenolics. So the contribution of GHG from the small ruminants to the total pool is very, very negligible. So that way it's a very, very, you can say it's a green technology, it's a green animal. They don't contribute to the GHG emission as compared to cattle and buffaloes. Okay, that's the first thing. And if you compare them with the poultry, okay, as you know that poultry contribute, lot of compromise with the as far as the human food is concerned, because the staple, the ingredient which are required for poultry production is the soybean and the corn. As Dr. Arun Thomas specifically mentioned that this is a animal of marginal and the poor farmers. many of them are on grazing, extensive system of riding. Now, but things have changed. I was always, we had recently two R&D according to this project review meetings. I was mentioning that if you look at the poultry, the rates are so fluctuating, and Tamil Nadu, especially Namakkal, is one of the areas where we have a lot of these layers and broilers. The poultry, the chicken price is highly fluctuating. The cost of production of per kg of now chicken meat is coming to roughly around 85 to 90 rupees per kg, and sometimes the lifting rate comes to around 93 or 94. Sometimes it drops down to even 75, 80. So if you have a 10,000 flock of poultry, and if your cost of production is almost coming 2 rupees down, so when you sell 10,000 flock, you just imagine that will be a net loss of 20,000 to 30,000 rupees loss if you have poultry. But contrary to that, I have seen, of course, I am a very strict vegetarian, but the prices of this mutton and the chicken have, as far as I know, it never dropped less than 900 rupees in Bangalore market. And the most important thing now is that lot of people are interested in going for intensive system of riding. Gone are those days, where you allow the animal for grazing, again bring them, maybe a bit of supplementation, expecting the animal to grow at a particular this one. Now the thing is, people want to achieve at least 25 kg, which is considered as some of the best market. I think the director agrees with me that if it crosses beyond 25 to 30 kgs, the fat percentage goes up, which is not generally preferred by the farmers or the consumers. So 25 to 30 is the ideal marketing age. Where now the challenge is to achieve this as early as something like a concept of broader lamb production has come up, where they take these lambs, at the age of 3 months, something like a weaning, and challenge feed them and see to it that they achieve around 25 to 50 kg as early as possible. So in that context, he also mentioned that Avikanagara has come out with an excellent breed called Avishan, and it has got a twinning percentage, which we have seen, that I have seen from my own eyes. It's almost more than 90% twinning, and we also get triplets, we also get quadruplets. So the need of the hour, as I mentioned, he was also repeating the same thing. This particular, there's every possibility it should go as a pan-India breed everywhere for the mutton production. So Vikanagar should make every effort to see to it that this animal goes almost all the places, and people, very good acceptability is there. Now, with regard to the climate change, maybe when Dr. Sagan started his work and I started working on enteric methane emission, it is something like an alien word, and people are telling this is all Western concept, it's nothing to do with the Indian condition. We have totally very comfortable climate and all that. Now, last about a month back, when people started realizing there is no water in the Silicon City of India and Bangalore, then they started realizing, yes, there is climate change now, which we have been singing this song for about the last 20 years, and Sijin came out with the concept of multiple stress, like the animal walking, there's a walking stress, then again you have the summer stress, we have a lot of temperature, then also nutrition scarcity. Okay, he came up with a very nice concept, and after he came to Bangalore and we established an excellent facility, but compared to his initial research and later on when he had this climate change, animals are able to adapt. So the change we have observed, that it is something like you keep on exposing the animal to this particular temperature, starting from 35 to 40 and all that. So they do get adopted, and I keep mentioning that, the animal productivity so it is not the animal survives under climate change. We are not interested the animal should survive. It should produce. Okay, under climate change, if the animal survives, you say, no, the animal is able to survive. We don't want them to survive. They will otherwise also they will survive. There are only two options. Either they survive or die. So the concept is under this climate change about 40 degrees temperature or 39 degree temperature, whether they are to perform as good as that. So in that context, we started screening those animals, which is the best climate resilient animal, and we are extremely happy to share that some of the breeds from here only, Salem Black and Kanyadu, Kodiyadu, Dr. Shilpa has done some work on that, and we have published that. with the impending climate change, if you really want to identify one or two these type of breeds in pan India, and these are the breeds where they can survive very comfortably. And Malpura is one particular breed. Avishan is equally very heat tolerant. So that way we should be working on that. And with regard to the what are the national level initiative we have taken at the ICR for the small ruminant farming system and the research. We have an ACRP on sheep, which is headed by Dr. Arun Tomar, he is the coordinator. We also have an ACRP on goats, headed by Dr. Chetli, and we have different centers. The primary objective is to identify not only the genetic the improvement, but also the propagation of that. We have got some very good result, and this effort will continue. And we also have the National Livestock Mission, wherein we specifically fund projects concerning the small ruminants. Then what are the future research areas? I was told that 11:15 is the time we are supposed to wrap it up. So let me say a few highlights and close here. One is, can we go for the advanced molecular tools, identifying, which also mentioned that is of protein, some toll-like receptors, to identify which are those animals which are thermotolerant. Then we also need to have a center of excellence for climate resilient small ruminant production system. Then we also came out with some of the nutrition intervention for emulation of the heat stress. Then entering methane reduction, a couple of projects we have done, and products also. Haridara is one of them. Avi Batika, Dr. Bhatti is there from Avikanagar. Then we have to identify, now the concept is, precision farming. We are looking at, how the animals can be identified, all the parameters can be looked at. So water is another important area. Nobody is working on water resource management, and I think what I was told, I read in the some of the newspapers, if at all if there is a next world war, that is for water, not for anything else. So the country which have more water will be attacked, and see to it that, So a very important aspect is, we have to work on water. And finally, the bridging the knowledge gap between the climate change and the livestock diseases. Dr. Hemadri is there from Nimiri. So they are working on that. They have a system called very beautiful NADRS, where they address early onset of diseases based on about 40-45 years. They predict the possibility of some of these infectious diseases, whether it's FMD or it's PPR or it's POX or something like that. So, and now, before I close, I'd like to thank Dr. Sejan and ISSGPU for inviting me over here, because initially I was a bit hesitant, because immediately after this function I had to go to Guwahati now. But once Sejan says, he said, sir, everything is already been printed. Okay, so he always, he works like that only. So once you say yes means there's nothing like 50-50. He says, sir, program is finalized, everything is finalized, message has been received, everything is done. So only thing is, so then I thought, and second thing is, I started my career from Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, and I stayed for 10 years there. Extreme weather, almost 50, and it is not only the sheep and small ruminants can survive -50 and +50. Even human beings also can survive, because I survived +50, and that time there was no air condition also, and we had a desert cooler, and in Avikanagar they had a very nice system of power shutdown between 12 to 3, so that we did not sleep. Okay, with all that we survived. So there is a resilience of it, the human resilience. Okay, so this is definitely, Avikanagar is my first love, because and I one of the oldest members of ISSGPU. So I was told it started in '82, and when I joined, I became a member, and I was attending most of these conferences. I attended one in Jaipur as well. So, and Puducherry, as Dr. Sejan mentioned, is a very beautiful place. This is my second visit, and the campus, there's a metamorphosis in the campus. So after Dr. Sejan has joined, lot of things and lot of recruitment. There's a central instrumentation facility. He's trying, a lot of MOUs he has signed. And I also assured that, now we are coming out with a new project from the ICAR that we are funding some of the youngsters who are less than 40 years, 45 lakhs for 3 years. And the second is from more than 40 years up to your retirement, about 1 crore for 3 years. And one on something like, it's a Vikasit Bharat project. We have identified few areas where India, if you want to see 2047 as a developed countries, we have identified some niche areas. Again, we are funding about 1 crore for 3 years. And the last one is something like product development and dissemination. So it's something like a revolving fund. So you already have a product you want to test in the farm, and so I think already the first announcement has come on the website, and I encourage all the youngsters to propose this project, and I'm definitely, I'll see to it that we ensure that will be youngsters will be encouraged, and your beginning and your papers and everything will matters. And I will be there to see to it that some of youngsters who are really working will get opportunity. And yeah, I think that's it. With this, I wish this conference a very grand success. Hope that a lot of these international speakers will share their experience, and I'm sure you'll go back highly enlightened. And thank you so much. Take care, and Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for sharing words of wisdom from your experience. As we conclude with the inaugural function of this conference, I request Dr. Avinash Lakagar, the co-organizing secretary, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good morning to one and all. As we all know that thank you is a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. Respected dignitaries of the dais, invitees, participants, students, and ladies and gentlemen, I am Avinash Lakagar, co-organizing secretary of ISSGPUCON 2024, feel honored and privileged, proud and grateful to get an opportunity to propose the vote of thanks on the auspicious occasion of inaugural ceremony of the conference on recent trends and future perspectives to improve the performance, health and welfare of small ruminants under changing climatic scenario, organized by our great institution, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Veterinary Education and Research. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the God Almighty for making today's occasion a resounding success. As we all know that saying thank you is a respectful way to show appreciation towards a person, but these words would be less for our today's chief guest, DDG Animal Sciences, ICAR, Dr. Raghavendra Bhatt, who has travelled from New Delhi in spite of busy schedule to grace the occasion of the ISSGPUCON inaugural ceremony. Sir, the amicable company of such an expert like you has lent a great mark on this event and inspired the gathering of scholars. Your advice and valued opinion to certainly broaden the horizon of understanding of representative assembly and participants. On behalf of River and my personal behalf, sir, I thank you for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. River is blessed to have you today. Let me speak something in Hindi. आप आए बाहर आई, इस बाहर के आने से हमारी हंसी, खुशी और मुस्कान हमारे दिलो जान से बाहर आई। On behalf,
we are extremely grateful.
yes. On behalf of the organizing committee, I convey my deep regards and thanks to the guest of honor, Shri M. Raju, IAS, Secretary, Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare, Government of Puducherry, and Chairman of PVCS. Due to his busy schedule, he could not make it. But I would like to express my appreciation to you, sir, for granting necessary administrative approvals for organizing the event in our lush green and beautiful campus. Your unwavering support has been instrumental in our growth and development, as well as standing with us as a pillar of strength. We wish to have a golden era of our institution under the able mentorship of our Chairman PVCS. Next, I would like to place on record our deep sense of obligation to Dr. A.K. Tomar, President ISSGPU and Director CSWRI, Abhikanagar, Rajasthan, and Dr. Manish Kumar Chatli, Vice President ISSGPU and Director CIRG Magdum, who bestowed upon us opportunity to host this conference and coming all along from their respective institution to grace this occasion. I remains thankful to you, sir, for this gesture. We will not leave any stone unturned to make this conference a grand success and meet to your expectations. Thank you, sir. I thank Dr. Lata Mangeshkar, Director, and Dr. Kumran, Joint Director, Animal Husbandry and Animal Welfare, Government of Puducherry, for their always supporting to our institution and accepting our invitation and gracing this function. Now, I wish to thank our bold, dynamic and visionary Dean, Dr. V. Sarian, because of whom this mega event was possible. Sir, you came, you brought goodness, and the river started flowing in full swing and blooming with many achievements and awards. Your leadership and meticulous planning, as well as untiring efforts, guidance and leading from the front, has made the river to achieve greater heights that could, and we could make the conference of such a gigantic proportion possible to happen. I thank our organizing secretary of ISSGPUCON 2024, Dr. H.K. Mukhopadhyay, for meticulously planning and being accommodative of all the ideas as well as suggestions from the various committees. Working with you, sir, with great calm personality has been a learning opportunity to us. Thank you very much, sir, for tolerating me during the entire process of this conference. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to lead speakers who have traveled from different parts of the world and within our country to be with us today. We have an amazing lineup of speakers to share their knowledge and expertise on with us on various aspects. First of all, I would like to begin with offering my sincere thanks to Dr. Naomi Castro, President International Goat Association, Dr. Anastasio Arguello, for accepting our invitation and had traveled all along from the Spain to grace this occasion. Then I wish to acknowledge and thank the team of dedicated scientists and subject matter specialists from Australia, namely Dr. Frank, Professor John Gowan, finally Dr. John, we could make it, and Dr. Christie and Dr. Surinder Singh Chauhan. Their august presence as international experts for this 3-day mega event will definitely open up new avenues for future collaborations. Our country believes, sir, Atithi Devo Bhava, means the guest is like God for us. Thank you. I am sure you all will enjoy the great hospitality of the river. Now, my heartfelt thanks to Dr. R.P. Singh, Director NIFMD Bhubaneswar, and Dr. A. Sahu, Director NRC Camel, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion. I express my profound gratitude and thanks to all invited speakers and participants who have traveled from various institutions and veterinary colleges from different parts of the country to participate in 3 days event. Definitely all of you will enjoy the hospitality and carry out your sweet memories of peaceful Puducherry. An event of such a dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling months in advance, we have been fortunate enough to be backed by the team River. We all at River are dedicated, committed, and work as a family for the growth and development of the institution. We all believe in the great words of Vivekananda. Take one idea at a time. Put all your heart, energy, soul, weight. The success is yours. I submit my sincere thanks to all chairmen, co-chairmen, members of various committees whose hard work and selfless devotion is responsible for the smooth conduct of the event. We are really blessed to have the bunch of young, talented and hard-working young faculty, and their hard work and dedication has brought great success to this event. I request all the August gathering to give a big round of applause for the team River. I place on record my sincere thanks to all non-teaching staff and unskilled workers of River who had worked so hard tirelessly to make the occasion a grand success. I express my profound gratitude to Dr. Srinivasan, CDO, along with unskilled workers who had been toiling so hard in hot weather to keep the campus neat, clean, and shining for 3 days mega event. I submit my thanks to all student volunteers for working tirelessly behind the scenes, keenly involved even during the odd hours in making this function a grand success. I request the August gathering to give a big round of applause to the young dynamic workforce for the efforts taken. Now I thank the staff of engineering cell led by our executive engineer, Mr. Shegar, for making all arrangement in this comfortable hall and complete the function. I am grateful to the live streaming team comprising of Dr. Srinivasan, Dr. Madhivadni, Mr. Xavier, and students for working hard to make our alumni spread across the globe to witness this historic event happening in River. I thank Mrs. Veera Lakshmi and Mrs. Shanti for the beautiful rangoli which was made at the entrance of the building. A special mention goes to our sponsors whose support and participation have been crucial in bringing this event to a reality. We really appreciate your generosity and continuous support towards our cause. I express my heartfelt thanks to the press, media, hospitality partners for accepting our invitation and plan for the coverage of this event. I thank Ms. Priya of Arcadia for the beautiful floral decoration which we are seeing and giving the bridal look to our venue. Perfect 10 marks to the able mentorship. Thanks to the, I place my thanks to the MS Annamia caterers for preparing delicious food during the grand event, which will be a great for you all to enjoy in next 3 days. If time is money, then today you all have spent millions. Thanks to each one of you, directly or indirectly associated with this function and making it a successful. Have a wonderful stay in our peaceful Puducherry and enjoy the conference and hospitality of River. I thank each one of you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have an appeal from the Secretary of ISSGPU. All the participants who are not a member of the ISSGPU are requested to become a life member, and interested people can contact Dr. Arvind Soni, the Treasurer of ISSGPU. I now request everyone to kindly stand for the national anthem. We'll be having a short tea break in the ground floor, after which the technical session 1, that is the newer perspectives in sheep